Yeah, nice, yeah. Yeah, they do, yeah.
Good evening and welcome to the regular City Council meeting for the City of Bella Vista. If you please join me and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll do the roll call of council. Councilmember Barr.
Here.
Lloyd.
Here.
Flynn.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Fowler.
Here.
Wozniak.
Here.
All present.
Thank you. We don't have any citizen input this evening, so we'll move on to the approval of minutes. The first is the approval of the January 16th special meeting. This was to approve our application for a grant through regional planning pertaining to studies with the traffic light at Kingsland and 71. And that's been submitted, Chris. Are there any errors or omissions? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call vote. Councilmember Anderson.
Yes.
Flynn.
Yes.
Lloyd.
Yes.
Fowler.
Yes.
Wozniak.
Yes.
Barr.
Yes.
Carried 6-0.
Thank you, and also the approval of the minutes is required for our regular meeting on January 22nd. Are there any errors or omissions? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Again, roll call. Councilmember Flynn.
Yes.
Barr.
Yes.
Wozniak.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Lloyd.
Yes.
Fowler.
Yes.
Carried 6-0.
Thank you. The monthly and 2017 final financial reports are now available. There are copies up front, and they will also be published in accordance with state law. Are there any questions at all? All right, we'll move on. I'd entertain a motion to suspend the rules and read all proposed ordinances and resolutions on the agenda by title only.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Wayne?
Okay. Councilmember Anderson.
Yes.
Barr.
Yes.
Wozniak.
Yes.
Flynn.
Yes.
Fowler.
Yes.
Lloyd.
Yes.
Carried 6-0.
Thank you. The next is a motion to suspend the rules and move ordinances A and B to third and final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Wayne?
Councilmember Wozniak.
Yes.
Fowler.
Yes.
Lloyd.
Yes.
Flynn.
Yes.
Barr.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Carried 6-0.
Thank you. As required by state statute 14-58-302, every mayor in the city of Arkansas is required to give a state of the city, for lack of a better term. And so I'm about to read ours for the year of 2017. We ended 2017 in a very healthy financial position. Our cash and investments had a closing balance of $7.5 million, which is $957,000 higher than the year end of 2016 and $1.4 million higher than our projected beginning balance cited in the 2018 budget. Our combined funds, which is general funds and street funds, the revenue for 2017 was $809,000 greater than our budget of $15.9 million. Our combined funds expenses were $840,000 lower than our projected 2017 budget of $17 million. As a result, our year-end net contribution to reserve was $566,000 rather than the projected or the budgeted draw on reserve of $1.1 million. Our sales tax revenue, which was city and our 11.98 share of county, was $714,000 greater than the previous year of 2016. And I extend our thanks to residents and visitors who continue to invest in our community and shop locally. Of the 16 projects cited in my report of last year, 15 have been completed or are in progress. The one outstanding item is legislation to ensure that rental homes are safe and clean for our residents. We continue to work on this project and hope to finalize it this year. But much more has been accomplished. Our ISO rating for the fire department has been upgraded from 6 to 4 for most of the city. A 2-point jump is very unusual and strengthens our resolve to attain an eventual rating of 3. Our new housing permits for 2017 totaled 198 versus 98 in 2016 and 68 in 2015. That's a phenomenal growth for a mature community. We hired a consulting company, Gould Evans, to help us design a comprehensive land use plan out to the year 2040. And the city was audited by the Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality, and there were no adverse findings. Indeed, they extended kudos to our streets department. The first Back 40, Fall for All, was hosted at our newest trailhead, the Bella Vista Community Church. We hope that this will be an annual event. The usage of the Back 40 trails continues to grow beyond our initial estimates. In 2017, we added water fountains at all 3 trailheads and hosted monthly informational guided hikes, which were very well attended. The city funded a left-hand turn lane at Mercy Way for traffic on northbound 71. There are also more than 1,000 small lots platted in 1928 in Old Bella Vista that are not large enough to accommodate the size of a home that is typically built in Bella Vista. As a result, we created a new zoning code to accommodate tiny homes and assigned this new zoning to these smaller lots. Exciting times are ahead for Bella Vista in 2018. Some of the goals, and some have already been completed. Excuse me. First is to build a sand and salt facility on the east side across from Blue Mountain Storage, which will enable faster response to weather events. We will again resurface another 40 miles of roads. We will relocate the farmers market to Sugar Creek Shopping Center, and Travis, it's opening up on April 14th. We continue to seek partners for more commercial development, especially a hotel and more restaurants. We will hire and have hired 4 new police officers and 9 more firemen, install computers in at least 13 police cars, and create a training officer position within the fire department. We will continue to upgrade and modernize our IT network, which includes consistent wireless in all city buildings. We hope to update the library outdoor signage at the intersection of Dickens Way and Lancashire and upgrade their computer system. We will be replacing a very outdated fire truck mid-year that has been on loan from the county. This is our 3rd new truck in the last 3 years. We will completely revamp our city website. We will decrease the number of court cases still within Benton Village court jurisdiction. We will partner with the University of Arkansas to host mandatory training classes for all existing city managers, as well as future management hires and promotions. We believe that this is a first for any city in Northwest Arkansas. We will develop a 5-year financial plan, excuse me, along with various funding options, and we will complete the design and obligate federal construction funding for the Reardon Road trailhead and begin construction of a hawk across Dartmoor near Cooper Elementary, and that's well on its way now. We continue to work closely with our colleagues in the Bella Vista Property Owners Association and Cooper Communities. Our joint projects in 2017 included new wayfinding signs, a hydrological study of Sugar Creek, trail maintenance, and economic development collaboration. We also extend our thanks to the many volunteers in our community who tirelessly help at the animal shelter, trail maintenance, the recycling center, the museum, through our churches, and community clubs and service groups. Our community is strong. We stand firm in one spirit, striving side by side for goodness. Truly, without question, Bella Vista is indeed a place to call home. Moving on with the agenda, the first is an ordinance accepting and confirming easements dedicated to the public on parcel 18-08047-00 and for other purposes. Right, this is 3rd and final. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All right, roll call vote. Councilmember Lloyd,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Yes.
Barr,
Yes.
carried 6-0.
Thank you. The next ordinance enabling local zoning regulations for medical marijuana dispensaries and cultivation facilities and for other purposes. This is third and final reading, and for those of you that may not be aware, this is simply to bring our ordinances up to snuff to state standards. All cities are required to meet the compliance. That does not mean that we have a medical marijuana facility in here or anybody entertaining to do so at the moment. Are there any questions? I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Councilmember Barr,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
Lloyd,
Yes.
carried 6-0.
Thank you. We enter into resolutions. The first is awarding bid and authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with Priority Dispatch of Salt Lake City, Utah, in an amount not to exceed $52,000 for the purchase of emergency medical dispatch pre-arrival software for use by city police and fire dispatch. Excuse me. This is the first resolution of two. There's a second one that we'll read next. The two go hand in hand. This particular piece is pre-arrival software, so that if you call into 911 with an incident, the dispatch people will turn to this software and begin to ask you relevant questions and give you instructions as to what you might do to help the patient. That is then transferred to the ambulance that is en route. That's about the 50,000-foot level, Chief. Have I got it right? Yeah? Okay. Are there any questions at all? I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Okay, roll call vote. Councilmember Lloyd,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Barr,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
carried 6-0.
Thank you. The next resolution, item D on the agenda, is authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with Westnet Inc. pursuant to HGAC, that is a Houston contract that we're able to bid through. Cooperative purchasing agreement for the purchase and installation of Phase 2 of fire station alerting equipment in an amount not to exceed $106,000. This goes hand in hand with the other, so that when the emergency call comes in order to free up time for the dispatcher, she has already entered some vital information excuse me, into her dispatch system. Now the system takes over and does the dispatch. Instead of the dispatcher having to get toggling back and forth between you calling in and getting out to the medics to get them running and tell them where they have to go, the system will automatically engage the medics. It'll release the call, it'll tell which medic has to go, and it'll help them get there on time so that dispatch can be working with the pre-arrival software in order to speed up the process. This will be a good thing for us because it cuts out some of the timing that is so crucial whenever we have an event like this. Are there any questions at all?
I had one.
Yes, sir.
I take it there's some way that the dispatcher can tell that the system is doing or has done its job and has communicated.
Yes, it'll pop up on the screen and she'll be able to see it. Of course, if it doesn't work and we have a software failure of some description, then we revert back to the old plan, and that's voice. Any other questions? Okay. Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
So moved.
Thank you.
Okay. Councilmember Fowler,
Yes.
Barr,
Yes.
Lloyd,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
carried 6-0.
Thank you. The next resolution is accepting the financial audit report presented by the Arkansas Division of the Legislative Audit for the year ending December 31st, 2016. Every year, we are audited by state. They usually arrive March, April, and then there's this huge gap until they finally release their findings, and that's what this is this evening. There were no substantive problems found at all. There were a couple of smaller ones. One was that we did not have a wireless security policy that is now in place. Management had no process to periodically review appropriate access security to the ambulance billing software. We have a letter on file from the vendor saying, no, you shouldn't either because that's HIPAA protected. And so that has been sent off to the state. And then they had also said that there was no formally documented and approved disaster recovery or business continuity plan. That was not true. We actually did give it to the auditors. I guess it skipped their mind, so we have sent it to them again and satisfied that as well. Are there any questions about the audit? I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Councilmember Lloyd,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Barr,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
carried 6-0.
Thank you. The next resolution is setting vendor fees for access to the Bella Vista Farmers Market for 2018. This is something that we do every year, and it requires a vote by council to put it in place. As I mentioned, it's starting up on April 14th, and this year it will be in the parking lot at the Sugar Creek Shopping Center where Allen's is located. So we're moving it out of Mercy and hopefully going to get more traffic by being closer to 71. Are there any questions at all? I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
All right. Councilmember Barr,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
Lloyd,
Yes.
carried 6-0.
Thank you. The next is a resolution approving a revised property and evidence management policy, approved a revised chain of command structure, and approving a statement of core values for the police department. As you all know, we had some unfortunate incidents with our evidence. That has now been tightened up thanks to Chief Graves and his team, but it had to be put into a policy as well. And that's section 12 in your handout is the new policy. Plus, he's been busy rearranging the actual chain of command so that we now have himself, the captain, and the professional standards, and an executive assistant report to the chief, and then reporting to the captain are 3 lieutenants instead of 2. There's CID, which is the detectives, there's the patrol division, and there's now an administrative division lieutenant, because in the past, what was happening is that the patrol lieutenant was also doing the administrative, and the paperwork was keeping him busier than he should be, and he was never out on the road. So we split it into 2 jobs. Would that be a fair assessment, Chief? Okay. Are there any questions for Chief at all?
I don't have any questions. I just say I was talking to a couple people just before the meeting started, but I did a police ride-along Wednesday. It started at 6 o'clock in the morning and ended about 3:30 in the afternoon, and just for what it's worth, there was no break for lunch either. I spent the day with Lieutenant Mineta, and it was really a good day. He took about 2 hours to take me through all the reorganization that you have put in place, just showed me around and showed me a lot of the changes, that have happened. And I've got to say, I really felt just a little pop in the step of everybody over there. It was really neat to see. So, I really commend you on that. I think you've really just kind of, just brought a kind of a breath of fresh air. I don't know how else to really say it, but you've really done a nice job in a really short period of time, Chief Graves. And it was an interesting day riding with Lieutenant Mineta that day. We had several incidents, that unfolded, and just watching his professionalism from the seat that I had, it was just really nice. I thought he did a really, really great job. And I said I got to interact with a lot of your officers, and I think we really have some good people in your office over there. So I just wanted to, just comment on it. So thank you for what you brought to Bella Vista.
Thank you. Anyone else, some comments? Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. Councilmember Barr,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
Lloyd,
Yes.
carried 6-0.
Thank you. The next resolution is awarding RFP and authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with Revise LLC, also known as Revise Software Systems of Troy, Michigan, in the amount of $33,800 for city website redesign and hosting services. As I mentioned in my comment, that's one of the goals for this upcoming year. We redid our city website in 2015, and given the changes that are happening so rapidly in the software space, it's time once again to revisit and redo it again. Are there any questions? Unfortunately, Cassie's not here tonight. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Councilmember Lloyd,
Yes.
Flynn,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Anderson,